108-pound weight loss. I lost 1 pound this week. Y'all, I am so ecstatic. I have been in a weight stall for months now. And so I'm really excited to do today's episode and talk about what worked well after so many things have not worked well. Let's dive in. Okay, so first and foremost, by the way, none of this is medical advice, simply my experience, strength, and hope of being on Zepbound and Manjaro and Tirzepatide compound the last 2+ years of my life, not at the same time because of the shortages. Number one, working out for me. Now, I share about, this is me lifting literally like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I did not work out really with lifting for the muscle mass loss component until after my first year. And even then it was doing senior wall Pilates. So if you have not thought about lifting, don't worry about it. Like for me, I was literally just focusing on food choices. And that's number one. I got my little list here of what worked well. By the way, at the end, I'm going to drop a bombshell. A bombshell. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that too, because that's an interesting little piece that I've learned this week that I'm going to be incorporating in to get to my healthy goal weight, which I'm close now. I'm very close now. I'm really excited and motivated. And I'm also motivated to talk to a loose skin plastic surgeon, or I'll talk about that too. Okay, so first and foremost, this week I got ruthless about tracking my food. Now, I have mentioned before on countessofshopping.com, I have sorry, I got a hair on my face. I have a free calorie calculator. If you've not used that, I use that every couple of weeks. Why? A, it's free. B, and I picked it on our website, which countessofshopping.com, the Count runs that. It's a really cool blog of all things GLP-1, including this free resource. And the reason why I use it so much is because my activity level changes day to day. And so it gives me a healthy barometer metric of what I should be eating and how much. Not what I should be eating, but how much I should be eating per day as maximum. And that has been super helpful for me from somebody who's come from a very disordered food perspective to learning healthy food habits. So I'm really excited about the tracking component of, sorry, this hair's like right in my face and it won't go away. Shoo. It's been so helpful to be able to track my food and not have emotional ties to what I'm eating. I am so proud of what I did this week. I have been using MyFitnessPal, but Clean Simple Eats, they have a tracking, which I'll link down below for Clean Simple Eats. They have a tracking app. And if you eat Clean Simple Eats like I do, I eat their protein and their collagen and a bunch of their stuff, like a lot of their clear protein drinks and their clear protein sodas. I love their stuff. And they have really cool recipes on this. Someone had recommended it and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'll link that down below. I think there might be a cost. I got mine for free. So if there's a cost associated with it, but I think it might be a free resource for everybody, or you can log in and see the free recipes of how you can use them with the protein shakes. So anyways, I've been tracking my food. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I've been tracking my food ruthlessly. Anything that went in my mouth, I wanted to have accountability, like love, grace, kindness, and compassion with accountability into it. The next loving choice was to track what was going in my mouth. And so this has been huge for me to be able to track this without getting an emotional tug or tie associated with it and do it now because I've been doing it. Like, I'm so proud of myself. We have to take these victories. So what is one of your victories this week? Even if you didn't have the best weigh-in week, what is one of your big victories you've had? Tell me in the comments below. That was one of my big victories, is I tracked every day, regardless. Like some days I had pizza, which by the way, we live near Loudoun County. There's Mod Pizza. You can eat a whole pizza. Not that I'm saying eat a whole pizza, but a whole pizza is only 700 calories for a big old whole pizza. The crust is much thinner. That has been, anyways, I digress. A half of a pizza is 300 some calories. I'm like, so you can still having like fun food, but not crazy calorie points. So figuring out my calories, tracking those. I like using my calorie calculator because then it can change if I'm working out more in a particular day. It's helpful to know if I've walked a bunch and I've lifted a bunch, how many calories that would be versus if I've been kind of a bump on the log. It gives me a good range to fall into without being obsessive, but it's really helpful. 2, working out component for me. Like I switched lifting programs. So I've been on a lifting journey. I'm not like, I love lifting, but I didn't start there. This has literally been over 2+ years. I'm going on like I'm starting the like 2.5 years. I haven't completed 2.5 years, but I'm like 2 years and 5 months of being on this medication. And so lifting now I feel like I'm in that phase. And it's been awesome. So I switched over to Beachbody. It's now called Body, I guess. And my husband does the P90X 30-minute workouts. And I have been doing, I started off doing they're called beginner, they're pink. And I've switched over to Sean T's Digging Deeper, which is more advanced. And so it's 40 to 50 minutes. I typically do at least 30 minutes of it. He does 6 workout routines. I typically do 4 of the 6. I can't do all 6 yet. It's too much for me. And you know how I learned that was from that beginning lifting thing. So if you have Beachbody, great. I've asked them for a discount code. Nobody from Beachbody will get back to me with a discount code. It's very annoying. If you know anybody at Beachbody, like, why will they not freaking send an email back? Like, I just want to get our community a discount code. It is the weirdest thing. So I don't have a discount code for that yet. I will keep it announced when I do, because obviously if you want to work out from home and you have other people in your family who want to work out, it's a really good savings. So working out has been the other like big victory. It's been raining a ton here in Virginia. And so I've been trying to get a walking pad. I'll link down below on my Amazon shopping list some of my favorite walking pads, the one I was gonna buy. But you can't have it on carpet, the one I wanted, because the motor can burn out. So just FYI for walking pad people, because it's been raining so much, I'm like, this is annoying. I still need to walk. And we have a bike. I have an under desk elliptical. I have other things. I just don't have a walking pad yet. And I wanted to buy this particular model, but it can't be on carpet. It's got to be on hardwood floor, or like not hardwood, but like a firm, it can't be on a squishy surface. So then I would need to buy with it a firm surface to put it on top of my carpet. And I have one of those raising and lowering desks. And so I wanted to do it with my raising and lowering desk. Anyways, that will hopefully be coming. I've got to figure out a solution for that in upcoming weeks, or maybe not. Maybe I'll wait till Prime Day and then wait then. I don't know. Who knows? So tracking, working out have been 2 of the things. Is that I have been doing that, but not as ruthlessly. Like, I got ruthless this week. Part of it too, I think, and number 3 was my husband and I have been competing against each other every day he's worked out. And because he saw me working out, then he'd go work out, and then I saw him working out, so then I would go work out. Like, so it's been somewhat of a competition. So if you have somebody that you can be in a friendly competition with, or meet at the gym, or meet for walks or whatever, I find that very helpful. Particularly with my husband, like now it's like, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be like I worked out, and see him like score and being like, I guess I'll work out today. Number 3, more beverages, more beverages. So I have been taught, I went to my doctor, and I shared this before, and I could not get on metformin. My doctor did not want me to go on metformin. And so I have another doctor's appointment to figure out, I'm on the highest dose of Zepbound, 15 milligrams, of what else I can add until there is a higher GLP-1 out in the market. And so doing some of the tips that I don't feel quite comfortable sharing just yet, but I feel I'm doing a disservice by not sharing that I have been working with my healthcare provider on this. So I'm working with my healthcare provider. I don't feel comfortable sharing some of my medical details for the whole world to see. So I feel like I owe it a little bit, but not the whole thing. And so just that's what my doctor and I are working on, that, which has been helpful for my appetite suppression. And so having more beverages, because I've had more appetite suppression, has been so helpful. So helpful. And I got, many of you guys saw on my Countess of Shopping Instagram stories, I got the little, from I love Sip Sip Hooray. I'll link them down on my Amazon shopping list down in the description link below. The chicken ones, they have like seasonal things. I got the chickens, I got the 40-ounce tumblers. They do sweat, by the way. You can see like there's water. They have coasters that come with them. I get the coaster. They're like $6. Get them, because these things do sweat. There's like water condensation. I love them. That makes it so fun to drink beverages. And I typically have 2 to 3 tumblers near me at all times. So these right now are my Element electrolytes, my lemonade ones. I've really been drinking more beverages and been intentional about that, of low calorie beverages with it. And that's been helpful. Like, for example, having my collagen. I think apparently, apparently I'm on like a strawberry kick. I've been loving the strawberry cheesecake from Clean Simple Eats. You can use the discount code QUEEN, by the way, for all the Clean Simple Eats stuff. The strawberry colada collagen, oh my God. Just make sure you let it sit for a minute. If you don't let it sit for a minute, it's gonna taste, the texture is gonna be different. I'm a texture person. So let it sit for a minute, and then it's so good. I highly recommend their collagen. Highly, highly. And I typically have been having this after I work out. I don't know why. I've been I've been really looking forward to it. So if that makes me happy, I'm going to do that. The other protein powder this week in terms of my like beverages, I have also been on it because my maple donut clean simple it's like I'm almost out. I'm like, I love that protein powder. It was a seasonal one, and so it's almost gone. So instead, I've been doing the snickerdoodle. If you like cinnamon, this is a really good one. Their caramel toffee, by the way, protein powder, it's not as good as I want it to be. It's really not as good, but this one is better than I thought it was going to be also. And so I've been on a massive snickerdoodle kick in addition to my strawberry. So all that to say, protein shakes. And then if you ask how I make these, you can make them with, my husband makes them with milk, and sometimes I'll make mine with milk too. I had been buying like Fairlife protein milk, and I stopped doing, we are a whole milk family for my son's brain and for kids' brains. And so I just been using water. I feel like maybe I should be using the milk for the calcium component, but anyways, for now this is working. It's with water and I mix it with ice. So it's 100 calories and 20 grams of protein. For now, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So that's been great. I also bought this week, which I'm so excited about. I went to TJ Maxx. I haven't been because I wanted to find some pool clothes and some summer attire as well. Anyways, I got these ice pops. I'm gonna put in there my Element electrolytes, which by the way, you can get 8 free sticks with any purchase with a link in the description if you didn't know that. The lemonade ones, but with some fresh strawberries in these. We're doing that this weekend. I'm very excited about those. So that, and then my other beverages too, you guys know, like I love Peak Tea. I love they have hot and cold teas. So like having an iced tea, and these are in like little flimsy packets or whatever. So beverages, and more beverages have been super helpful for me this week. And Bones Coffee, we've moved over to Bones Coffee. My husband and I love it. You can use the discount code Countess, and I'll link their discount link down below too. It's like Cinnabons. It's weird with the bones. Like there's literally like skeletons on it. I'm like, why are there skeletons? But the coffee's good. So if you liked flavored coffee that doesn't have sugar added, that has been fun for us. Like again, something I could just add a little bit of half and half of where it's not many calories, but it's a big payoff for me emotionally, and not emotionally, but in terms of excitement level throughout the day. If I'm not eating, I'm like, for me, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, this air is so good. I'm just gonna focus in on my breath right now and sip on my non-flavored water, my hot water, my room temperature water. No, queen, I gotta be extra bougie about it. That's just who I am, as a bouge master. So me and my flavored air. No, I think literally I'm excited about beverages. And if it's a total throughout the day, for example, the collagen, someone's going to say something about calories. Like there's always that one person, you know who you are. They're like already mid typing and they're like, oh, she's talking about me. I'll stop typing. Is like the collagen, it's 50 calories. I'm still tracking that. I'm happy to invest 50 calories and my big old tumbler. That this is the Element electrolytes, but it's not the collagen. But I'm happy to invest 50 calories in that. Also because it has in there too the 11.3 grams of collagen. And if you've not seen my collagen peptide long format video, go look in the playlist and check that out because collagen does matter. Literally this week I had this epiphany when I was doing this. My knees used to snap, crackle, pop Rice Krispies. They still kind of do, but not quite like you're like rubbing the gear stick on a on a stick shift car. I do attribute that to protein and collagen. And they've been super focused on my collagen, that it's helping my joints. I think it could all just be imaginary, but in my mind, it makes sense. And my knees are less creaky. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. Okay. Focusing on things I love. I've done either it's coming out or it's already come out. A whole episode on a NIH study that was on doing things you love, you'll do more of them. And how do you have self-discipline? That was the title of the episode I was doing. And I did research for it on scientific data backing how do you have more discipline, but doing stuff you like and figuring out how to loop that into the goal. And so for me, figuring out things I love is like beverages. Lifting with Shaun T has been a lot of fun for me. Like just things that are fun that link back to the ultimate goal on hand. And that's my question for you is how can you make this more fun for yourself? Excuse me, if it's not fun for you right now, which if you saw my previous weigh-in, I was in tears. That's not fun. That's not fun. That's not fun. And so talking to my healthcare provider, I feel like I have the medical piece. There's medical stuff that's going along with this, which this is also the bombshell that I'm going to talk about. But also, not really, well, it is kind of to me. It was breaking news. I was like, what? But figuring out how to make this process fun. We know what we have to do. Like if you're morbidly obese, like me, or coming from obese background, we know we know what we need to do. It's the implementation of it. And I can do that on GLP-1 if I had more GLP-1. I'm at that highest dose. If I simply was on like GLP-1 22 or 21 milligrams of Zepbound, my life would be different right now. And it's annoying too, by the way. Well, never mind. Anyways, let's keep going. So this is the bombshell that I've been learning about. Many of you have been talking about this, and trust me, I hear you. I may not respond to every single comment, but I do see every single comment. Which, by the way, if you've emailed me individually, I feel horribly. I am not able to answer individual emails anymore. I feel awful. Recently, I don't know, this week my inbox was inundated with people emailing me direct stuff, and I'm like, oh, go in the group. And I know that with our beta private group, there's been so much going on of switching off the Facebook group to this paid group that the accountant and I've been building, which has costed us over $1,000 and will cost us probably this year around $5,000 to $8,000 this year out of our own pockets, which we're happy to do because we love our group. I mean, it's so motivating and encouraging, but so much time into that I literally don't have time to respond to individual emails. So if you email me this week, I'm so sorry. I'm just not able to do that. I'm not. And that would come at the deficit of my sleep, hanging out with my husband or my son, or my own fitness journey of like working out, answering. I'm just not. So please know, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just where my life is. That's why we have a private group, is to ask some of these questions that I'm getting emails on. Okay, going back over. Many of you have said, and I hear you, about the estrogen component with GLP-1. I am still doing more research on this, but I have an appointment with my OBGYN because I asked in our private group, I'm like, you're talking about hormone replacement therapy. And I am 44 years old. And so I am in that menopause. I'm in that age bracket. And I have noticed hormonally that makes sense for me, that I may need some more hormones. Them hormones, honey. It makes me think of fried green tomatoes. Them hormones, honey. And so the component, which I have to do more data on, I don't have enough information yet. And I'm not medical at all. None of this is medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. Simply my experience, strength, and hope. But I'm hearing and seeing it pop up, which means I need to go investigate it a little bit more, about the component of estrogen linking with GLP-1 medication and people having more success with GLP-1 medication because of estrogen link. It's one of the theories as to why women respond better to GLP-1 medication than men is because of the estrogen piece, which would make sense that I have had a weight stall as my hormones have changed, and there's been things that have been giving me signals that my hormones are massively changing. This week, for example, I'm like, do I want to share this or do I not want to share this? I'm going to share. If you made it this far, you're one of my besties, so I'm going to share it. But I've been bleeding a lot. And so I just had this is so, like, if you're a man watching, sorry. Sorry, dudes. 2 weeks ago, I had my period. And so on Monday, I had my period again. And it wasn't just a little bit of period. It was a lot of blood, like a lot. I was like, what in the dickens? 2 weeks later, a lot of blood. And I'm like, is this menopause? And then I keep bleeding. And I bled a lot. And then it stopped. And then yesterday I didn't bleed at all. And then today I started bleeding again, but not a lot, just a little bit. But I'm like, what is this? So anyways, I have my doctor's appointment with my OBGYN, which I'm going to talk to them about this bleeding thing. And then also, I don't know why that is. And then also to talk about HRT, hormone replacement therapy, because of the estrogen component with it, which would lead me to believe why potentially I've been on this weight stall, perhaps, which many of you have said to me. You've said this to me for a while now. Like, Elizabeth, I don't like where my little chignon bone is. It needs to be on the other side, and it's over here, and it's driving me nuts. Squirrel. Many of you have said to me this estrogen piece. You're like, get your hormones checked. And I did, and so I need to go back to my old blood panel to look, but I want to get them rechecked again. Something's happening. You just don't bleed randomly, like, right? Like, that to me just doesn't, like, that is indicative perhaps of menopause or premenopause, perimenopause. All that to say, I feel like there's something else I'm getting at. The fact that I've been at this weight stall, and yeah, I've lost a pound this week. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I'm putting the work in, and seeing the results is always a fantastic thing. This was before where I was like, I'm putting in the work, but I'm not seeing the results. So, and in addition to seeing my primary care doctor who's been helping me as well. So I feel like getting these pieces, you know how I always say Avengers assemble, having your Avengers team to help you. We've talked about this, about having your primary care doctor, if you have a telehealth doctor who prescribes your medication, a dietitian, personal trainer. Like there's all these different pockets to help and fill in the right seats, the people in the right seats to help you on your weight loss journey and Zepbound weight loss journey. And so anyways, I feel like this is the next pocket for me, is this like hormone piece. And so I'm hearing so much about perimenopause and estrogen and how that potentially relates back to GLP-1. I just need to find more studies on it that's like science-based. You guys know, I love me Jesus and I love me science, and the both can exist at the same time. And so with that science, I want to see some science backing behind this too, of how those correlate together. So I'm pumped. That was a bombshell for me about this estrogen piece. As the more I hear about it, and the more I'm like, the people who are having hyper responders, it's interesting. We don't know why, but one of those theories that I don't like theories, and so me sharing this, I'm like, am I just spelling misinformation? It's like one of the banes of my existence is people who just like, no, we need to be held accountable for our information we're sharing. So the fact that I'm like, to be clear, this is what I've heard. I need to research it more. There needs to be more information. This is not fact that I know of yet, and I don't have sources to cite. Normally I have sources to cite off of what I share. So to be fully clear on that, but I'm really excited about this piece. I'm hoping, and as I've said in other videos, keep turning over the rocks, because eventually you'll find the answer. Seeking you will find. And so I'm going to keep seeking, baby. I'm just going to keep on knocking on those doors to see if more information comes up, because I'm going to get to that part. And if you've made it this far, you are too, because you're working your booty off. I know you are. If you've watched this far into the video, you're working so hard, and you deserve a round of applause. I want you to tell me in the comment below for our accountability question today, what are you proud of this week that you've done, either today or this week, that relates back to your health journey? Some of you are doing some tough stuff, and we need to give you a high five. If you see someone writing something down in the comments, give them a little heart or a like button down in the comments to encourage them too. Let's be a positive source of encouragement. And if you want to join our free private group, the beta group, we paused membership when we got to 1,000. That will be opening back up. We just wanted to make sure, the Count and I, that there was no tech issues. It looks like right now it's good. So click down in the information below. By the time this video comes out, the registration for the free group should be open again. It's awesome. That group, we're gonna have challenges and live streams, and it's not on Facebook, of where the threat of our group's gonna get shut down, which is what happened, which is why this whole point of why I moved off Facebook was they shut my group down. And after working on that group for over 2 years, no, I'm not gonna continue to invest with the threat of something that I've worked really hard on going away. So I will own it now, which I do. The Count and I own it. And have built it from the ground up, this group, which is exciting. It's good news. Okay, was there anything else? Oh, I did want to share magnesium breakthrough. You've not gotten this, I have the Amazon discount code Countess. I'll link that down below. 7 types of magnesium, exceptional for night sleeping for me. Before taking any supplements, talk to your own healthcare provider. But my night sleep, I don't have Zepbound constipation, muscle recovery from lifting. I thought this week I would try taking 4 of their pills versus the 3 or 2 that I normally take, and 4 was too much for me. How does one know if it's too much? Diarrhea. Diarrhea. I was like, oh, 4 is too much. So anyways, because 70% of people are magnesium deficient. So anyways, use the discount code Countess over on Amazon. If you go to Bioptimizer's website, it's bioptimizers.com/queen. You can go to their website and use the discount code queen. So there's 2 ways, however you want to purchase as well, if you don't have that. And they are also the same ones that have the digestive enzymes I love talking about too. My sweet friends, what an exciting day. I'm cheering you on. Our emoji of the day today is going to be a coconut. I don't know why. I saw this coconut and I'm like, I want to be at the beach so badly. Soon, 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 soon. So we're all coconuts. Is that Harry Belafonte's song? Coconuts. I can't wait to go to the beach. I'm ready. Bring me to the beach. Okay, my sweet friends. And I do emojis of the day to get to know you better, because I care. The name of your name popping up over and over and over again helps me with pattern recognition, because I care about our community and I want to know you. Despite having millions of views, I literally do know so many of you, and it's literally the comment of the emoji of the day. It sounds silly, but it's not. My sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I need to remember that today. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Love ya. Love you. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.